Alright, let's go. Now that I've taken care of all the junctioning stuff now, instead of having to go into battle and realize that everyone was junctioned, I'm good to go. So let's get this over with. Now, in essence, this guy's really not a boss of any kind. He's actually just a regular old fight that they just make look like a boss. And in that sense, he's not really hard at all. Well, okay, he's a little bit difficult, but he shouldn't pose too much of a threat. If anything, this guy just has a lot of health, which makes him more of a pain to deal with than an actual fight. So because I'm weird like that, Mac's just gonna haste everybody first. Ah, jeez. So in case you guys are wondering how I set things up, Kairos is Zell, Lagana is Squall, and Ward is Selby. Okay, we're gonna mug. Again, if you guys should make sure you have Diablos learn mug as soon as possible. That makes getting these kind of items really, really easy. At this point, there's really no excuse from none of your characters not learning it. As the name states, Red Dragon, he's a fire monster, so do not use either fire magic or wind magic against him. And if you're really into this game, don't junction any fire or wind magic to your attack, or else you just won't be able to do anything to him. Gonna heal up real fast. Thank you. Now, in case you're all wondering how I managed to pull this off this time, I shouldn't even say this time. I did attempt this before, and due to my stupidity, I forgot to realize that when you do automatic junctioning, it junctions to every possible stat that you possibly have. And apparently, when I did that, it junctioned like wind. It junctioned like every possible ineffective element to their attack stat, which made everyone but Lagana useless. I learned my lesson though. Oh yes, I learned very quickly what the lesson here is. We're gonna haste you up. Now, interestingly enough, this Red Dragon does not have any sort of attack magic. He won't even. I mean, I've yet to see him do a single actual magic spell on me, which suggests that not only is this guy a pushover, but he's just a waste of time. Oh well, it doesn't really bother me. What does bother me about this, and what just drives me up the wall, is the fact that my other two characters, who I linked to the characters I had on my team, all their junction stuff was gone. So it just doesn't add up to me. They had the magic there, but it wasn't even there. So for whatever reason, this game decides to make life even more difficult. But you know what? I'm not really gonna focus on that right now. Ow. We'll go with Shiva. Alright, I take back my original comment about them not using much magic. He will use magic, and he will use fire magic, apparently. Although I can't figure out if he's doing this because he's low on health or because he just wants to. I'll assume because he's low on health and getting his butt handed to him. Okay, we're gonna see if we can't card him because, well, if I recall, Ruby Dragon actually cards into a really good item that you can use to make more weapons. As far as my character's weapons go, I don't know if I'm going to be getting the ultimate weapon for all my characters. I kind of doubt I'm going to go that far. I mean, I might, but I don't really want to count on that. And the messed up thing is, though, I don't really have a junction set up for all my characters. It's kind of like I have stuff junction for certain character. I have stuff junction for the one or two for the team I use, and that's about it. It's not like I spread GFs around. and magic around for each character. That just don't work like that, people. And if I was to work like that, I'd have to take twice as much time. So, coming down to that final fight, it's going to be really interesting to see how I come out. And this thing still won't die. The only reason I'm not talking about this fight at the moment is because there's not much to it. You just keep on hitting him until he gives up and dies. Like every other fight. This fight's just more annoying because it's not really a boss fight, and well, this guy doesn't really pose much of a threat. He's still going to keep on casting on us because we just can't seem to kill it. Great, and I'm unhasted. Beautiful. Let's card him and see what happens now. Got him. Sweet. Okay, that fight is over. Thank goodness. See? Not that hard. Apparently there's more than one dragon out here, which makes our group want to turn tail and run. I don't blame them. We're not exactly dragon hunters. What drives me up the wall is that big, bright, red, glowing thingy out there. What is that? Apparently Laguna has the same thing to say about that. Now the game's going to take a slightly different turn as we do not come right back to the real world. We get another look into the past. So now we're at the orphanage, and there's Matron, and apparently Lagana's still looking. Apparently Lagana's looking for Alone. So my best guess is that whoever the sorceress business taking over bodies, they apparently wanted Alone from a very young age. Hmm. So it disconnects, and now we've learned that Alone can't change the past for one reason or another. Go figure. And that she can only she can put herself inside people she's already met, which is really, really odd. Which would also show why she's able to transport all the people from the orphanage. Hmm. So now the next part of this quest continues, and now it's time for you to find the White Seed ship. Now, I originally did this when I tried to do this before, and it didn't work out too well, and I ended up wasting more time just running around doing stuff. So I'm going to tell you guys how to avoid running around, searching needlessly for this stupid ship, and just get the job done the first time. Go figure. Now, before I do that, I gotta make sure everything's still set, because I might have to reset stuff again. 1 second. Alright, apparently everything is still there. So, before you want to go upstairs and take control of the garden and start flying, you're going to want to leave the garden first and head back to the orphanage. we're gonna put together. Oh, no, I don't want you. Get off my team. I want you, and I want you. Truth be told, jeez, this is gonna get. This is actually kind of interesting because most people wouldn't know to do this. In fact, I don't know. Wait, do I have to go to the? Do I have to go to this? No, I'm gonna see if I can avoid going to the siege ship. Because I'm one to try to avoid extra steps, but if I can't avoid it, I'm gonna be really upset. So come back to the orphanage where apparently Ida is making her home, and if you go back here, there should be a draw point, but I'm not gonna show that because that's not really important. But there's a Curiga draw point back there, people. Go get it if you don't already have 100 Curiga like myself. So let's just talk to Ida. Oh, Edia, my bad. Okay, so apparently she gives you a letter that you have to show them. Because if you go there without this letter, you ask them about a loan, they're not going to talk to you. They're not going to trust you. You'll go figure. So you have to go talk to Edia first. Get her to give you the letter, and then you can go talk to them, and then they'll talk to you and trust you. This is just a lot of foresight in that one. Go figure. So now we gotta run back to our garden, but not before a fight. Of course, never before a fight. Because apparently fights come before everything in this game. Interestingly enough, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna have to stop for a bit, but after looking over some of the stuff I need to start working on making for my team, I might have to reconsider what I'm doing and start looking into some of the stuff. Because actually there's a couple of items I do need to start working on getting for my weapons again. It won't be a training session, that's for sure, but I'm gonna have to do it one way or another. No, I don't wanna... Yes, thank you. Let's see, which way is it? I think it's this way. As far as I know, it's certainly not very far from here. It's interesting how they hide this ship, because when I first started looking for it, I had the hardest time trying to find it. But it's not all that difficult to find if you just open your eyes and take a good look for it. Which is not here, obviously. Let me turn this thing around so I can actually get a good look around me. Here, seed ship, seed ship. Okay, I know it's here. Oh. I think I know where it is. I just gotta get myself in position to see it. Typical square bullcrap. They put this thing in one place that I can't seem to actually see it. Oh, there it is. I just saw it. Sweet. It's right there. I just gotta... How do I get over there? Do I go through here? Sweet. Alright, this way. Yeah, they put it in the most ridiculously hidden place. Alright, now that we've done this, we finally meet up with them again. So we're trying to reason with them, and apparently they're not going to talk to us. Whoa, 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 whoa! We have a letter. don't we? Okay, this is slightly retarded. I think I might have to go talk to someone on their own before they'll actually give me the stupid... this is not cool. So we run into Watson's zone again. Thank goodness. I guess it's kind of sad though because, you know, Renault is the one that wanted to see them the most. Apparently, Squall just doesn't understand how they keep on surviving. Although, you know what, stupid tends to survive, while, you know, smart people tend to die, so them surviving doesn't really, you know, doesn't really confuse me too much. Apparently, Zone's going crazy over the fact that something happened to Renoa. Good God. So obviously there's an issue with timber mechanics here, which has no sort of bearing on this game. Go on and figure. You would think it'd have some sort of meaning to this game, but apparently it doesn't. Let's see here. Here's the captain. Captain. Here, captain. There it is. So you have to, so apparently, in order to give the note, in order to do this, you have to give it directly to the captain. Hmm. So you come over here, and it's actually to spell holy, amazingly enough. So you want to draw this. So apparently Alone isn't here, which means that they apparently just gave her up. So now we're going to actually find out what happened. Apparently the kids are going nuts. Uh-oh. Hmm. So they tried to outrun a fleet. Well, I could have told you that was a bad idea. So apparently, so okay, this is just getting more and more unusual. Goodness sakes, this story is just more and more unusual the longer it goes. Hmm. I think I know where this is going, which just, yeah. Oh, I guess we have a destination, then we have to go to Esthar. Alright. Actually, this kind of works out nicely because that's pretty much in the direction I need to go anyways. So now we're back on the garden, and we have a destination. Okay. Now, I'm supposed to head directly there, but I'm not going to head there just yet, guys, because there's actually something else I need to do. Or something else that needs to be done before I can even consider going there at the moment. As you guys know, it's my job to point out as many of the secret things that possibly can that are within my reasonable limits. This is it within my reasonable limits, therefore it will be pointed out. So first thing I gotta do is get on the mainland, and then I can explain why I'm not going directly to my objective. In fact, I'll explain it as I'm trying to find mainland. So far during this walkthrough, guys, I've managed to point out every possible GF you can obtain within my limits of knowing, which up until this point hasn't been all that difficult. Where is it? I think it's over here. Shouldn't be too far from where I need to go. I remember specifically where it is, I just gotta remember how to get over there. Pretty sure this large landmass should take me to wherever I need to go, I would think. I gotta just follow this until I have a clue. Now, most walkthrough artists would already have all this stuff memorized, but you know me, I'm not most walkthrough artists, am I? Besides, nothing ever goes as smoothly on camera. Goodness sakes, where is it? Thing is, like, I know it's here. Oh, good lord, don't tell me I got... okay, I didn't get trapped, thank goodness. Alright, as I surf around, not so much directionless, but slightly unaware, I'm going to continue explaining. I've so far shown you guys every GF. Well, there's one GF, there's a few GFs I do need to actually obtain for you guys, and both of them are like located here. One of them I know I can obtain easily. The other one is a completely different story, and I may or may not be able to obtain it. Provided I don't stay here and am kept lost for the next 2 days. Alright guys, I think I know what we're going to do. I'm not going to obtain the GFs right now. I mean, I'd like to obtain them now, but the fact of the matter is if I can't find them within a good time frame, then it's probably just not meant to be. So I'm going to start heading over to where I need to go. And if all of a sudden I come up with some idea as to where they are at any given time, I will head over there. But actually, take that back. Give me a couple seconds here, guys. I'm going to look something up. Alright, I actually managed to figure out where it is. Because one, I rock like that, and two, well, I'm just that good. So I'm going to get myself into position here, and I think I'll be able to find it easily now. Always helps when you know where you're going. Ah, I see. And here we are. So keep an eye on this place, guys. You'll be seeing this again in my next video. So as for now, guys, I'm going to call it and land, and I'm going to start working on my next GF video. Till then, guys, just stay patient, and yeah, I will be back with more. See ya. Hey guys, once again, this is another one of my How to GF videos, although this time it's going to be slightly different. This one is actually a very interesting GF by the name of Odin. Now, if you've played other Final Fantasy games, specifically 7, you should remember this one. There's a couple things that need to be pointed out before we actually go in there and obtain this GF. First off, the second you enter the area, you are put under a 20-minute time limit. Now, in order to combat this, along with everything else, you need to have a certain ability already learned, or at least, you actually take it back, you have to have this ability. The ability I'm referring to is Encounter None. Now, you could probably do this with Encounter Half, but the fact of the matter is, running into encounters in a time limit, especially when the monsters here are just so powerful and they have so much health, that it just would not be in your best interest, especially with Tonberries that have well into the, I believe, 20,000 on average HP range, which is just ridiculous. It's just better you have Encounter None. That's about all you need to really do. So we're just gonna get this party started and go in here and obtain this GF, shall we? So you want to run down here. Now, like I said, there is a time limit, and to tell you the truth, a majority of what you have to do here just involves a puzzle. That's pretty much the majority of it, and the puzzle needs to be finished before the 20 minutes runs out. With Encounter None, you pretty much don't run into any battles at all. And in case you're wondering where you happen to learn this from, you learn this from the GF Diablos. Well, you learn Encounter Half, then Encounter None. In fact, if you followed my walkthrough, you should have Encounter None by now. I mean, granted, I didn't learn it right away. I learned it a little bit later than I normally would, but if you followed this pretty well and started learning those two abilities early on, you should be well on your way of having this ability. So you come up here, and you want to head up this flight of ladder. Not flight, this ladder, I should say. And just follow it straight up. Now, there are some hidden draw points and stuff. I'm not going to point them out till after I obtain the GF, because I'm on a time limit. So you want to keep going up. First thing you want to do is you want to go in here. And you actually want to just talk to the control panel, and it will turn it blue. You then want to leave and head back down the stairs. And just keep on going down the stairs until you hit the bottom. Alright, so once you manage to get your feet back onto the ground again, you're going to want to go, now you see this control panel that's lit up here. You want to walk over and talk to it. Another staircase will then appear, allowing you to keep going up. So you want to follow this staircase all the way to the top. You then want to take this flight of this ladder and jump over here. What you're really here to get is actually the eye piece of the gargoyle. So you want to take out its left eye. You then want to go back down again, or at least back down this particular ladder. And then you want to go up the stairs some more. Keeping in mind, if you're doing this the way it is, I mean, I'm following this exactly. Actually, to tell you guys the truth, I had to actually do this off-screen once. Not quickly or anything, but just to make sure I could actually get it down. Once you get up here, you then want to put the other eye and put it in its left eye. What's going to happen next is it's going to give you, if you want to leave the right eye as is, it's going to give you a code. Mine is 27682. Once you get the code, you then want to take out both of its eyes. And you don't want to accidentally hit both leave as is, or else it's going to give you another code and it's going to completely reset it, which you don't want to have happen. Once you take out both of its eyes, you want to head back down the ladder and then go back down the stairs. I know there's a lot of backtracking, but it's not that difficult. So you want to go up this ladder right here again. Now you want to, or if you can, now make sure you've actually written down the code, or make sure you can actually remember it. Now, looking at the stash, you want to put in both of its eyes. Once you place both of its eyes in, it's going to allow you to enter in the code that you obtained. So in my case, it's 2, 7, 6, 6, 8, then 2. Okay, come on. Okay, code accepted. Excellent. Now, you want to go downstairs now, or at least go down the ladder. Now, alright, so you go inside, and inside is your enemy, Odin. So basically you not to fight him. Interestingly enough, there is one thing about him that needs to be understood. He isn't going to fight you back. This fight's nothing more than a slapping fest. So, basically, if you follow this, you have about 14 minutes. You should be able to beat this dude down in a matter of seconds. Also, since you have so much time on your hands, you might want to consider drawing triple from him, because that's an extremely useful spell. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd say don't bother with GS. I'm still going to say don't bother with GS. Ooh, a Luck Junction Scroll. Make sure you have Mug. That's actually really valuable. So I'm going to constantly have Selfie draw triple, as I have the rest of my group slowly but surely beat him down. Now, following this, you should be able to beat him down with. You should be able to get to him with no time at all. Seeing how much time I have, I have 13 minutes on the clock. I mean, this is, and I was pretty much taking my time. Now, you could haste yourself, but I wouldn't bother hasting unless you somehow manage to mess this up and not get to him quick enough. But if you followed what I just told you and, just followed this exactly, you should be able to get here in no time. Now, he does have a lot of health. I'm not going to even lie about that. Hopefully I can beat him down before certain timers out. I don't want to have to make this 2 different videos. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but I try to keep it to 1 if I can help it. So because it's taking me a little bit longer than what I figured, we're actually going to cast Haste on Squall. Yeah, if you guys can't guess what I'm going to do, then you have apparently been just out of the loop the past, who knows how many videos I've done. So, we have about 2 or so minutes left on the clock. And we're just going to continually beat away on him because he's not going to fight back. Which is completely unusual. You'd think if we had to fight him, he'd at least try to fight back, but I guess that would just make this fight more difficult for people, which I don't see how. Limit Break. Oh yeah. He's actually really tough though. My Squall typically does more damage than this. He's actually not hitting him as hard as we normally do. So I still got 12 minutes on the clock, and I'm not really worried about time at all because, we went through this so quickly. We're just gonna keep on routinely beating him until he decides that we're worthy. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, select the dude, not me. Okay, and now he finally gives in. So, before I go any further, I want to make this very clear. Auden, unlike your other GFs, isn't normal. For one, he won't. You can't junction him to him. You really can't call him on command. Instead, he comes to you during random battles, and apparently, and according to the book, it says he doesn't come during boss fights. But you know, I'm not going to go there. But if you know what I'm talking about as far as the boss fight thing, don't say a word. Okay? So he gives in, and he will grant us his power. He says call upon him whenever we're in trouble, but then again, we really can't decide when he appears or not. So now I'm going to show you guys a hidden draw point that I didn't pick up due to the time limit. Now, a question was brought up. In one of my. Well, before I say anything else, right here is pain. You can get this here, so that's where you draw pain. Now you know where it is. A question was brought up in one of my other videos about about Tonberry King. I'm going to be obtaining that GF. I'm not going to be doing it now, though. I mean, I can't. It's a really tough fight, and that's meant I have to go through a lot of other things to obtain it, and I'm just not at that level to do it efficiently. So, as much as I'd like to do it, it's not going to be happening yet. So, don't worry. I'm going to obtain most, if not all, the GFs, but I'm just not going to obtain them now. Mostly because it's just not, it just wouldn't work out too well if I did it right now. Aside from that, it just, yeah, as much as I'd like to do it, guys, it just wouldn't work. So you want to climb up here and jump. They're going to jump automatically, of course, but there's a draw point, arrow. Of course, you can actually see this one. This one isn't hidden. So you want to climb back down now. And this is pretty much the whole entire deal with the Auden. I think I might have missed where I mentioned where he is. I think I'm going to show you guys on the map once I leave the area of where he is, but I think that pretty much sums it up. I think I pretty much have summed up this entire ordeal pretty well. Again, if you have Encounter None, you will pretty much be able to do this with no hassle whatsoever. Encounter Half, you might have a little bit of problem, but I don't foresee you having too many fights, though I still would say don't bother till you have Encounter None, but that's completely to your discretion. I'm just hardcore like that, so I said Encounter None. Then again, I already had Encounter None. I got lucky. I got it prior to this. So I got it not very. I obtained Encounter None not very long ago, actually. If I was going to be completely realistic and honest with you guys about it. Come downstairs. And you want to leave the area. So, right there, guys, pretty much is the entire explanation about how you obtain Auden. I'm going to show you guys really quickly where it is on the map. I don't know how well you guys can see that. If you want to get a reference, here's Ida's house. Here is where you need to be, right there. So that's about as good as I can do without actually going back and showing you again. So yeah, the next thing you'll be seeing after this is the next few parts of my walkthrough. Until then, guys, have fun GF hunting. This is Rezo, signing out. Alright, now that we have Odin, we are going to push on and finish up with this game. Yeah, you heard me, finish up. I am nearing the end of this walkthrough, which is a big deal to me, guys. So we're going to stay steadfast and push on. I mean, now we have to go to Esthar, which is one of those places that the game mentions like once or twice in the entire, duration while playing. But other than that, you really don't have any. You might not even remember how to get there. To actually get there, you do have to head to Fisherman's Horizon, which you can't head directly there because, well, the bridge leading to Esthar cuts across this entire part of the continent. So you actually have to go all the way around, or cut through here. So like so, we're gonna go up on land. Not gonna lie, guys, I do not like driving this garden. It's the most ridiculous thing to use. Now, you see this bridge? Back when I first played this game, there was actually a way. I'm not even lying, guys. You can actually jump on this bridge using the garden and actually ride it all the way there. I've done it once, and I can't remember how I did it. I must have been like bored that day when I came up with this idea. But I somehow managed to do it, and it was ridiculous, but I did it. But to push on with the game, you actually do have to go to Fisherman's Horizon, which is located right here. So now, Squall, wanting to save Renoa desperately, does what any normal guy would do. He takes her out of her bed, picks her up, puts her on her back, and starts walking. No joke, guys. He is going to huff it all the way there. I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of determination, people. I mean, I could see I could see how he would want to do it, but this is just plain ridiculous. He's gonna carry her all the way there. Granted, she must not weigh that much. I'd assume she weighed like 90 something pounds at best. She's not exactly a big girl. So we're just gonna start walking, old school. Yeah, you heard me. We're gonna huff it the entire way there. Well, he's gonna huff it. I'm only gonna huff it like 1/15 of the entire way. So he's just gonna keep on walking. I guess now he's just not realizing how far it's gonna be. You tell me he had to walk all this way before he realized that this was not gonna be a short walk? Hmm. So he's just gonna keep on walking, nothing's really wrong. And I guess he's coming to realize how much he's changed over the course of the game. Of course, it's taken him about, I don't know, two and a half CDs. Who knows how many hours, or months, or however long this game takes place over, to realize just how badly of a change he's taken. Now he's asking the comatose Renoa all sorts of different questions, and now spilling his soul to her. Squall, trust me, we perceived this of you the second we met you. I just love how Square's now. I love how the creators of this game are just now trying to open Squall up to us. But at the same time, it's like if you're gonna make a character so unlikable in a sense for so long in the game, there's no real point in opening them up now, especially when you're nearing the end of this game. Now, typically, I would stay on topic with what's going on in the game, but you know what? I'm not going to. At least not very much. So we meet up with everyone else, and now they're going to start making fun of Squall and his mad crush on Renoa. Yes, Eddie is escort. I don't understand why they have Sorceress next to her. I thought she wasn't a Sorceress anymore. Okay, now we take control of her. So we take control of Squall. So we're going to talk to Eddie now. Apparently she wants to see Dr. Odin. I don't really care if we've heard his name, so we're going to say whatever. And in case you're wondering, Odin was actually the same person that created that pendant that Renoa tried to use on the Sorceress originally. So now we're gonna take Eddie with us to try to rescue Renoa and Esthar. But before we can really do anything, the rest of our posse shows up. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I could have easily have done without one of them. I'm not gonna say who. I'll let you guys figure it out. In fact, you know what? 10 points to whoever can figure out which one of the two I could go without. Huh. I love how they keep making fun of him, and he's not really giving much take into it. I honestly believe that in this game, Squall is the known straight man. If you don't know what that means, basically, all the jokes that are cracked on him, he either reflects, absorbs, or just ignores. Hmm. So, now we have to pick out our new group. So, of course, my group's not going to change much. It's going to be Squall. And I'm going to actually pick Edia because, well, I'm not going to use you. I refuse to use you. I'm not going to use you, and I don't like you. Well, I can't use you, so we're going to pick Edia. We're also going to junction exchange your stuff over to her, bumping up her health by a ton. Now, I am going to do one thing. I've made some adjustments because I've actually tried to do this part prior to this, and it didn't work out too well. So I actually had to go through and readjust my strategy, or else this is going to fail miserably. Yeah, you know me. I do a lot of this stuff off screen, guys, to make sure I can actually do it. Then I actually record it. So I'm going to go into my menu real fast and set something up. And I'm back. Let's go. So we're going to go into the Great Salt Lake. Really original. Yeah, there is no city here, people. What you're seeing is what remains of a Great Salt Lake. In fact, if I recall, I think all those walls are just salt. So what's being said right now is basically Edia's warning us that if Ultimacia was to get hold of her body again, we might have to actually fight her again. Great. And trust me, Ultimacia isn't exactly a very friendly type of enemy. I love how Selphie is always so happy. This is really kind of scary, guys. I think she's high. I seriously think Selphie's on drugs. I just can't see what's to be happy about right now. There is nothing happy in this game for the most part. I still like this game. I think this is a great game, but there's just nothing to be happy about. So we're gonna lead our group to the Great Salt Lake. Now, from my remembering of this game, granted I've not done this in a while. There's actually a place where you can actually split, go in two different directions, or at least have a choice. Whether or not this choice has any real effect on the game, I really don't know. And if you saw that little flicker in the background, that's not my video. That's actually happening. But once we get there, you'll actually understand what's going on. So I'm going to see if I can go this way. Yes, I can. You can actually go one of two ways. I don't really know what effect... Oh my, there's actually a save point over here. Haha, sweet. I did not know this was here. So give me a second. I'm going to save it. Let's save it, guys. No, I'm not done. I actually want to save it. So, yeah, here. You know what? At this point, I don't see me going back to any previous saves. We're just going to save it here. Okay, now that we're saved, let's go. In case you're wondering, encounter none is turned on, so there won't be any encounters for this. Because I don't want to go through any encounters. I just want to get through this. So we're going to run over here, and before we can do anything, our boss attacks us. Now, this is one of the few boss fights in the entire game where they actually tell you what kind of monster it is. In fact, I can't remember the last time they told us what kind of monster it was. If you can actually remember, please inform me on this so I can correct myself. Now, it's an undead monster, which means it can be killed by recovery and holy magic. Now, you can use a Phoenix down to kill it. I've tried this, but apparently it misses constantly, so I'm going to use something different. Alexander is like an instant, I guess, kill to this thing. We're going to see if it actually works. Now, I tried this originally using Phoenix Downs, and it didn't really work out too well, considering it just missed a bunch of times. So, I'm gonna see if doing it this way is gonna make it different. I don't really know if it's gonna work or not. I mean, I'm not afraid to tell you guys that I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be really honest with you guys. I really don't know. So we're gonna summon up Alexander, and from my sources, this should instantly kill him. Okay, this is interesting. Look, everybody, we've summoned up a massive robotic thing. I really don't know what that is, guys. I really don't know. Kind of cool, though. Now, if I recall, I don't think Alexander changes from game to game. I think this is actually his true form in almost all the games. We'll know for sure the next time I do my next walkthrough. And apparently this doesn't kill him either. Okay, so we're going to go with my next strategy, which is basically to cast Cure Magic on this guy till he croaks. Yeah, you can try using Phoenix Downs. They're supposedly supposed to work. I've tried it before and I missed every time on using them on him. And yes, I had him targeted. It didn't work. So, if you can get it to work, please let me know and tell me the fact if it works or not. I don't really know. So now he goes into this form, which I don't really recall what each form has in store for you. So I'm just going to keep on casting Cure Magic. Although if I recall, he's not going to just directly attack you in this particular form, actually. He's probably going to cast magic on you. Not damaging magic like blind. He'll probably cast like blind and other kinds of magic that will just annoy you. And confuse. He loves to cast confuse. I'm not even kidding. So we're just going to keep on hitting him with Cure Magic, which is completely ridiculous. Now, for those of you who've probably seen my magic by now, you probably see that I actually do have Curiga. Why aren't I casting it? I have 100 of it, people, and it's all junction to something. I'm not going to get rid of it. I am going to constantly keep on casting Cure on him. Until he submits to my will. So, just to let you guys know, there isn't anything special about this guy. I mean, you can... If you can get it to where the Phoenix Down will instantly kill him, by all means, use that method. I've yet to see it work. At least not for me. If it works for you, let me know and tell me what you did differently so I can do it. Oh, Curiga, sweet. And he also has a Suna, so I'm going to actually cast that. That's actually really important. Yeah, if you don't have a Suna, guys, get it. Unfortunately, I apparently lost a lot of mine somewhere along the line, even though I don't remember actually using it. So he's going to blind us, which has really no honest to goodness effect on us because we're not attacking him physically. We're going to draw, we're going to stock cast Suna. We're also going to draw cast Curiga. Now, apparently this holy magic we're casting on him doesn't have any great effect on him. Like any major effect, but it does do some damage to him. Ooh, never mind. And he goes down. And that, my friends, is how you take on Abaddon. Excuse me for my, I guess, lack of skill in this fight, but I honestly thought, like, I tried this off screen, it didn't work out too well, so I actually used a different strategy. But apparently it does work nicely, so that's how you take him down. Just cure him until he dies. Ah, that's really ironic. Ooh, 10 flare stones. 40 AP. Nice, nice. That's it, guys. Yeah, let me go into my menus real fast. 1 second. Alright, and we're good to go. So yeah, I'm officially running out of ability to learn with a lot of my GFs. So you get to about here, and I guess it's not very clear that there's something going on here. So you want to talk to this, and no, that's not the recording messing up. You're actually seeing what you're seeing. The screen is actually flickering. Yes, what you're seeing, what you're actually seeing, we are actually climbing up what appears to be a ladder. Now, this is going to annoy so many of you because I know a lot of you hate what's going to happen next. And it's going to happen, guys. I hate to break it to you. The one thing that most people do not want to have happen when you get this far is actually going to happen. You want to talk to these panels. Try opening it. Color check. I actually don't really know what I'm... Oh. Try camouflage. Let's try random. Interesting. Okay, it's still flashing. Okay, guys, I know this is off topic and all, but yeah. I was really kind of curious what was going to happen. We're just going to exit test. What was their purpose? What else was their purpose? To hide us, though. So I'm going to go over here and go up. Jeez, there's a lot of doors and electronic stuff here. Goodness sakes. Well, interesting. So we still have Mr. Noah on our back, and well, we really don't know where we're going. But now we're going up. Interesting. I guess Squall got tired of carrying her. Yes, of course, he doesn't care. My biggest worry is, wouldn't Noah be like dehydrated or be dead from starvation? So, don't know what's exactly going on now. Oh, never mind. Try talking to people, nothing happened, and then just decides it wants to work now, so I guess something's going on. Whoa. Huh. Yeah, you know, let's forget the fact that we don't know where we are and just keep on going. Really intelligent. Whoa. So yeah, the an entire camouflage system is hiding a massive city. Are you kidding me? You can't possibly expect me to believe that they were hiding this entire massive city with the camouflage system. That's just ridiculous. Whoa. See, this city is massive. And of course, they did a great job of just adding just how ridiculously large and just over the top this place is. I love it. I gotta give Square massive credit for this. Uh-oh. But before anything else can possibly happen, we have an occasion where we are sent to the dream world. Good freaking God. Are you kidding me? Of all the time they want to send us here, now's the time they want to do it. Honestly, could you pick a worse time to do this? This is horrible. And of course, only 2 out of my 3 people actually have junctions because I didn't bother to keep a selfie with their junction crap. So, yeah, we're in a really tough situation here. Whoa. Okay. Talk about harsh. Oh, goodness sakes. Talk to you. No roaming around, no talking. I'll forget you, buddy. Jeez, these guys are evil. Hmm. Jeez. This is just depressing, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Animal cruelty? Good lord, PETA must hate this game. So we're gonna talk to this again and see what happens. Uh-oh. Don't fall, little Moomba. No. And he is saved by Laguna. Laguna. I know I'm a little bit spacey right now, guys, but there's really just not much going on here. This is one of the few dream sequences that I'm a little bit confused about. Huh. So, Laguna is going to be the one to lead this resistance because he's apparently strong and righteous. Yeah, I know. I'm a little bit shocked too, guys. That just doesn't sound like Laguna to me. This is the same guy who fails talking to a girl. We're supposed to believe that he's strong and righteous, let alone the fact that he's man enough to actually lead an entire resistance? Give me a break. So with no hesitation, I just completely raffle stomp one guy. Of course, you know, the dude's using a sword, and I'm using a freaking semi-automatic. You know, nothing that any normal person could possibly do. Which I guess only just adds to the more craziness of all this, and we're going downstairs. Well, wait, no, we're not going downstairs. Someone's coming downstairs. And, oh, jeez, oh, never mind, he's actually stopping the guy. Sweet. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna listen to you now. Yeah, let's check real quick. For some reason I just don't think Ward has anything on him, does he? Oh my. Actually, I might actually be able to pull this off. I don't think he has any magic, does he? Does he have magic? I doubt he does. We're gonna check. Crap, he doesn't. I know you have everything. If I'm correct, Cairo should be just fine. I think I remember all the GS he had to him anyways. Shiva, Leviathan, and Pandy. Okay, this is going to be the few times I'm actually going to just go through and show you what I'm doing. Because for one, I don't feel like cutting all this out, and well, it'll just take me too long to do all that. So you're just going to have to deal with the fact that you're actually watching what I'm doing. This. And for anyone who can tell me what spirit play, what role spirit and luck play in this game, we'll get extra points. So I've just about junctioned them that they need, and since there's no point in me junctioning anything, well, I take that bet. There might be a point to junction something to you. You may not have any magic, but yeah, you don't have any magic, so giving you that's pointless. So I might just give you draw, treatment, and item. So we're gonna boost up your HP and give you a move fund. The way I see this, you may not have any magic, but you're gonna at least pull your weight. All 400 pounds of it. Okay. So now we're going to get going, shall we? Of course they wouldn't let me take Edia, which makes me feel dumb for taking her to begin with, because now I can't actually use anything she has on her. So now we have a full group of people to fight. So of course Ward's completely useless in this situation, because, well, look at his attack. But in true form, I'm actually going to just raffle stomp all of them, because I'm not going to waste my time actually fighting these guys all the way through. No, you heard me. I'm not going through all this. I refuse it. No, I'm actually going to take this one step further. And apparently their magic I draw from them is incredibly weak. So as we wait for Shiva to actually finish casting, because apparently it wants to take its sweet, sweet time. Oh yeah, Diamond Dust, eat it. Pull flat out. Oh, I'm not gonna mess this up. Not gonna mess it up. Not gonna mess it up. Not gonna mess it up. No, I'm actually gonna get it right. Oh yeah, got it right. Eat it. So we take out those two, and I think this last one's gonna use Soul Crush with my luck. No, he isn't. He actually goes down too. Sweet. Ooh, black hole. 4 IP. Level up. Awesome. So yeah, now we're going to jailbreak out of here. You know, in true fashion, but I guess we gotta go a different way to get out of here, so we're gonna take the elevator. Yeah, we totally don't look suspicious, don't we? Honestly. A guy with a machine gun, a guy using punching daggers, and a dude holding a harpoon. What isn't suspicious about this group? So apparently they've yet to notice that 3 escapees are just walking through their office. Jeez, how could you not notice us? Give me a break. I feel insulted. Oh. Yes, they waited for you. Hmm. Okay. Oh, crap. Yeah, so now Dr. Odine has found a new toy that he wants to mess around with. Alone. One problem though, Elone's a person, so the idea that he looks like little girls as toys really bothers me. Hmm. Yeah, you know, the fact that Ward can't talk, it just feels like this group is just missing something. So of course, Laguna didn't think all this through, so now he's been wrangled into actually helping them. But due to the fact that I'm actually kind of on a tight schedule at the moment, I'm going to actually save it here. We're going to push on, because I do need to finish this up sooner or later. So we're going to go here, and I'm actually going to save this here. Alright guys, we will keep on going most likely. So yeah, let's just keep going. Alright, so now we have to go find Dr. Odon so we can continue and save Elone. Or else things are going to get very, very nasty very, very quickly. So we're going to come inside again. And apparently the freaky doctor has went AWOL. Great. So you want to come over here, you want to pick this up. This is actually the first issue, which actually was more like the last issue because this issue actually has the ultimate weapon plant in it. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you have the best stuff in the first issue and then have the crappiest stuff in the last issue? That makes no sense to me. But you know what, I'm not really going to go try to figure that one out at the moment. Come downstairs. It's an elevator, and we get downstairs. Sweet. So you find Dr. Odine, finally. Unfortunately, he's not going to just tell us what we want to know without a problem. No, we have to deal with Esthar security guards. 2 of them. Oh boy. Let's see how well these guys fare against us. They won't fare very well, though, considering the fact that we have a trump card that will completely destroy all of them. And the extra Elastoid they have sitting in the background. Beautiful. Okay, for this I'm basically just going to use a single GF and destroy them because I don't feel like fighting them all the way through. Ow. That's it? 30 something damage? You crazy? Yeah, Mug the Elastoid, he actually has one Dynamo Stone. You'll get like 1 or 2 Dynamo Stones off him if you mug him. And trust me, you won't have to wait too long for it to work. It will work. Let me use Leviathan because I think this GF is just cool. Speaking of GFs, I will be sure there are some really good ones coming up. I hate to break it to you, and I will be obtaining Eden, probably the greatest GF of all time. known to be the most powerful, well, alright, maybe second most powerful. From what I hear, Doom Train takes that cake, but we'll see. And since I failed to boost, I'm not going to bother now. Ooh, it's a tsunami, run! And we wiped one dude right off the playing field. Oh, sweet. Let's use another one. If I recall, we haven't seen Pandemonia, so let's use that one. I don't recall ever using that one during my time with my videos, so I'll make it a habit to start showing a lot of these GFs that I've neglected to show you guys. So now the last toy is going all freaky deaky like for one reason or another. God forbid if I can ever figure that out. But it's too late because we're about to summon Pandemonia, aka Tornado Zone. Wow, the big tornado. Ah, failed boosting again. Beautiful. He sucks them up into that big sack, and then he's gonna spit them back out. And we win. Woohoo. That was easy. I gotta be honest, guys, I'm not really liking this group right now. Seeing how Ward is pretty much useless. So now he says he's gonna tell us, he says he knows Alone, but he doesn't say he's gonna tell us where she is. So now we gotta follow this jerk and forcibly force him to tell us where he's keeping Alone. Most likely in some cell with a bunch of sweaty old guys that probably nothing better to do but mess with little girls. That's a really that's a really creepy thought, guys. Really, really creepy thought. So we come outside following this jerk. Finally get a hold of him. And he tells what he says his O lab, but he actually means Odin's laboratory. We gotta go there, go over here, then over there, then here. So Lagana, being the brilliant genius that he is, leaves Kairos in charge of leading us how to get there. Okay. That's cool too. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine and dandy, I guess. So we get here. Of course, our group is, you know, not very inconspicuous at all. I think he must be looking for us. I'm assuming our group jumped out of the car while it was driving. So, before Lagana can make any more stupid comments, the S-Star soldiers apparently want to keep on tangoing. Luckily for us, this should be an easy fight. In honesty, seriously, there's no difference between these soldiers or even the Galbadia soldiers. I think the only difference is that these guys actually... Oh yes. Guys, what you are seeing is Odin. Oh, yes. So let's see here. 2 S-Star soldiers versus the great knight Odin. Who's gonna win? I'm willing to bet my money on us. I don't think his blade is very satisfied by that kill. Either way, I think that was pretty sweet, guys. I mean, you can't typically get that on tape, on a video. That's it's kind of cool. I guess I will be using this particular video after all then. Okay, so we're gonna go upstairs, but we're first gonna draw a double. Give it to you because you actually need it. you want to come over to this platform thing, which apparently can float, go figure, and you want to sit down. Okay, so you finally get up here. And we have another spell we can actually draw. This one should be... oh, this one's Flare. Sweet. Yeah, get that. Go through the door. So now I'm assuming we are in like the control room of this laboratory. But before we can really do anything, this SR soldier apparently wants to take us on as well. So take some serious guts, man. Taking on 3 guys on 1. Oh, never mind. It's 2 on 3. Us being the 3, him being the 2. Okay, I can live with those odds. I think we're going to use Shiva. We're also going to heal. They apparently have like all 2nd level magic, so if you guys haven't built up your magic by now, consider building it up because you're going to need it. And because everyone knows, Fyra is better than Fire, and Faraga is better than Fyra. But if you guys didn't know that by now, then, I mean, you waste a lot of time. I mean, come on, even I took a few days off to go level it up. So, I'm not really paying attention much to the boosting thing right now. I'm just kind of like going with the flow. Because I don't feel like attacking these guys over and over and over again to kill them. It's much easier for me just to kill them in one shot. Like that. We win. So in case you guys couldn't notice, or didn't notice, once you hit like I think level 20, your experience points reset constantly every level to 1,000, which means you only need 1,000 experience points at the next level. Which is also, which actually, I think I've mentioned this before, you gain less and less out of your experience points, or leveling, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. When it comes to this window, where Lagana is going to see alone. All by her lonesome in a cell. Oh, poor girl. But now we have to save her, so you have to come over here to this control panel, and hopefully this works the first time. Last time I did this, I got like an error message. Work? Come on. Sweet, it worked. No joke, guys. I don't know what triggered it to give me an error message. Something triggered it to pop up and say error. I don't know what, but apparently it worked. So we're going to go with the flow and go back downstairs. If I recall, this is probably one of the shorter dream sequences you ever had to go through. Thank goodness. If they were any longer, I don't think I'd be very willing to go through this all the time. Let alone go through this for the entire walkthrough. So you get back downstairs. We're going to see if we can... okay, we can't draw from that. We go through the door. And of course, we finally reach the person that we've been looking for. Alone. Yeah, this is the same Alone that's causing us tons and tons of trouble. Yeah, that Alone. The same one that keeps sending Squall and his emo self into the past. So now that those few minutes of heartbreak and pure pain are finally over, we are now able to go back to the real world. And it looks like we got company too. She's not a sorcerer. And okay, look at her name again. It says Edia. Before it said sorceress Edia. What's the difference? She's no longer a sorceress. Why would it say sorceress anyways? So of course Squall's getting all worked up, and still he's carrying Renoa on his back. The dude's a beast. So now we get a fancy little scene of us in a car driving off through Esthar. A very high-tech city, if I may add myself. My goodness. Square spared no expense in actually making this place look cool. And it does. I gotta admit that the music is a little bit freaky, though. Has more like a Candyland meets techno pop meets rave music type deal to it. I should be focusing on the game, but yeah, well. So we're heading to the presidential palace, and I think once we actually get to go and see who the president is, you guys will be thoroughly surprised. So we're still driving, so we're almost there. We pull in. And here we are. She wishes to be free of ultimate serious power. I don't blame her. And Mr. Odan with his retarded accent. I know it's an accent because he's saying that instead of that. I think that kind of focuses on the fact that he has an accent. He hasn't really changed much. So of course, Odan jumps to conclusions. Okay, we're not. Trust me, dude. If we're gonna take someone hostage, it wouldn't be you. Hmm. So I guess we gotta leave the girl with some freaky deaky old man. Yeah, that's completely fine. Squall's a pure idiot for even considering such a thing. I wouldn't do it. Okay, so now we have to leave town and go to the Lunar Gate. Unfortunately, leaving town is actually a bigger chore than what you guys may think. Now, I've had to actually do this off screen to make sure I can actually remember how to get out of here, because getting out of here is a pain in the butt on its own. So you want to leave the palace. Hello. Really cool rendered scene going on too. Of course, you can't actually see your characters in there because, well, they're not the focus of the cutscene. I've noticed that too. Square will actually make it to where the characters are actually unable to be seen, just for the sake of they don't want to actually render it. So we leave the presidential palace now. I'm hoping I'm going the right way for this. I've done this like maybe once or twice, but I didn't exactly take full time to make sure I remember every little detail. And I know I missed a draw point. I know. You gotta be kidding me. Where in the world? This is not gonna be good. Okay, let's go over here and see where this takes me. Okay, we'll go to the Inner Skyway. Granted, I'm slightly sure where I'm going. Like, I have a good idea. There's a very high chance I could be wrong. I'm not above saying I'm wrong. Trust me on that one. Ooh, definitely. Get off here. This is actually really close to where we need to be. Keep in mind where we are, guys. We're going to have to come back here very soon. But of course, I'll show you how to get back here anyways, so you don't even have to worry about that. Now, if I recall, talk to you really quick to make sure I'm going. I'm pretty sure this is the right way. Yeah, this is it. So you come through this way, and this leads you out of town. Yeah, it is an incredible city. Incredibly labyrinthine. This is ridiculous. Come down here. Now, you can walk or you can rent a car. I'm going to show you guys that renting a car is probably the best thing you're ever going to do. And this is probably one of the few times this entire game where renting a car is actually worth doing. I do really love how everything in this place just kind of like pulls apart and leads to another tube. That's really kind of cool. Okay, so now we're in the world map, and now we're on like a major highway. This is ridiculously large. Jeez. No, I don't want to go back. The last place I really want to go right now. You know, as if steering this thing wasn't bad enough, they put me on a small little track, and now it's almost impossible to actually steer this stupid car. Come on. Let me go. Let me go. Thank you. This way. So, the best way to know where to go is you have to head out to where there's actually a lot of land to travel. That's the Sorceress Mora. You don't want to go there yet. Where you want to go is to this big looking ramp thingy. Okay, that may not be exactly what it is, but that's what it is. It's a big ramp thingy. Or the lunar point.